Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to discuss about Agile software development model. This is Dhanvantesh. We have referred research paper Agile software development model, International Journal of Engineering and Technical Research. ISSN code is 2321-0869. What we have discussed in the research paper, I'm going to explain in this video briefly that whatever have just covered up the research paper, I will explain shortly in this video. So, first, the agenda is abstract introduction and problems associated and future work on agile methodology and conclusion at last. Then, what is abstract? In today's world, software is essential for operating almost all digital devices. You can see out the smartphone, you can see out the web applications like computers and softwares, right? Without the softwares like Excel, Microsoft Words, and then PowerPoint. Uh, Even you can check it out. Like even without the PowerPoint, I cannot explain this PPT, right? So that's what meant by the power of software. Almost all digital devices, making a clear development process necessary known as the software development life cycle. So we will come across this word software development life cycle, the abstraction of like SDLC. This paper aims to explain whatever the have learned from this research paper. I'm going to explain in a shorter terms what I have understood from that. So whatever the higher rate like I came across my paper research paper aims to explain what SDLC software development life cycle and the various type it includes like models and what are the problems included and how we gonna face it and how the software maintenance gonna be happen. So we're gonna discuss this in behold in at the end of this video. So stay tuned. Like and along with that advantages and disadvantages, the primary focus is on Agile, a widely used software development method that is presented as a better alternative to traditionals like SDLCs. This paper will discuss, however, yeah, whatever the paper I have just studied, I have been briefly explained it in my own words that this paper will discuss how Agile addresses and fixes the problems found in the older models, highlighting its benefits. So, the what are the models we're gonna discuss, and whatever the necessaries like the software development life cycle, whatever the cycles around us, like if Excel, if we take an Excel, the maintenance and it's it has to be up to date, right? So it cannot be lag from now present, right? So if it is like the Excel, if you use a 2019, 2000 like 2012 software right now at present, like present year is 2024, and I gonna tell the date now. Today's date is like October 12. If we use those software 2012, it's gonna be a shame of us, right? So because this technology has moved forward, so we cannot be hide from that. Like we cannot be what past, right? So this paper whatever I have been studied will discuss how agile addresses and fix the problems found in this older models, highlighting its benefits. So overall the research, whatever this research paper, the research paper have been mentioned here, it aims to provide detailed information about agile development process covering everything important related to agile methodologies. Key terms to remember include software development life cycles, agile manifesto, and different styles of agiles. Agile is nothing but what a team agree for or nothing. It's like a in today's world, right? So this software, whatever the software we have come across, what I've mentioned previously. So these softwares are has to be up to date nowadays. Like you can see the Facebook app, like those are the app things. What is a software? A software is a program which can execute on a device, right? If look, best example is Excel or a word, yeah, Microsoft Word. So we basically use Microsoft Word for making a letter, right? Nowadays we use like ChatGPT, like some other AI tools for making an AI, or making like not making an AI, we are making a letter from it, right? So using AI. So like this wise, we use word for something else. It has like it's having a own future on it. So likewise, software development lifecycle is important. So in this video, you're gonna get what you will get means you will get as time okay, you will get some knowledge about these things, what is agile process and how it the models works, how what are the functions and what are the problems will we get when we developing the software. And look, we are making a video in a simple way that you, instead of reading a research paper, if you came across this video, you will get to know about all the small details and fully updated one. Then, let us discuss about the introductions. What is SDLC? Previously, I have explained that it is a software development life cycle. Is a structured process that outlines the steps for developing high quality softwares, and starting from identifying the need for software to its eventual use and maintenance. Of course, it has to be updated and maintenance, efficiency, performance has to be updated. And key steps in SDLCs. The main steps include planning, requirement gathering, design, coding, testing, implementing, and maintenance. Each step is crucial for ensuring the software meets user needs. Yes, of course, this is true that the the planning, requirement gathering, design, coding, testing, implementation, and maintenance is very, very important. You know that I have previously explained these things. What I mentioned in particular word called update. Update means these are included, right? So maintenance, what we do for maintenance. Like if Excel, we have like nowadays it coming for Microsoft 365, meaning that we need to subscribe for that package, so we will get auto update like for any versions. So we are using like college IDs or some things. Somebody's would be using like privacy. Somebody, because it is not it is illegal, but they make that is a illegal. It, they make as a legal, but we use as a illegal. No, each step is crucial for ensuring the software meets user needs. What are the types of SDLCs models? There are several models. We will discuss about these problems later. First, we will discuss about these models, right? So, waterfall. What do you remember? Waterfall isn't even a joke for. No, of course it is like it is a joke for only. Like imagine like water is falling from the top of the mountain. So what is meant by like that? Like this only. So like it is a step down, right? What is a stairs? Like step by step stairs, but is a falling from up to downside. That's it. A linear approach where each phase must be completed before the next begins. That's it. And iterative and incremental focuses on developing software in repeated cycles with ongoing improvements. And spiral combines iterative development with risk analysis to refine product gradually. Of course, yes. And the V model. What do you mean by V model? We're gonna discuss it later. Emphasizes verifications and validations at each development stage with testing corresponding to each phase. Let us come. Waterfall model, right? So this what I have explained is like a water flowing from a top mountain, right? Yes, of course. From like it is a requirement analysis of first, then it comes to down system design, and then it comes to the implementation, then testing, deployment, and maintenance, right? It is like let us take an example. I have a problem in like I need to make a PPT, right? So assume that there is no Excel, or assume that, yeah, well, we will go proceed with this example only. Assume that there is no Excel software. So my problem is I have a much data in a table and row column in my book. I need to enter into the system. So my problem is this. So the system design, what come across the system design, how the system can be implemented in a in a laptop, that I can enter this row wise or column wise data into my systems. The implementation comes here. So what are the like technologies we are using? What are the technologies going to be improved? What are the technologies can be added over here? So these are the implementation things. And then next comes to texting, like whether the calculations, like if I select one row with the another column, it can be multiply, divide, and add or other operations simultaneously. So this is gonna be tested on the testing time. Next, deployment. After all this process, we're gonna deploy it somewhere, right? For what? For like solving the problem, getting the marks. That's it. After the maintenance is what? Maintenance is like a parents meeting. If you have scored a good marks on meetings, so the maintenance will be going good only. If it is maintenance bad means if you got a fail on a subject, that's it. Like a linear process, each phases like requirement, design, implementation, testing, deployments, like must be completed one after another. Yeah, this is a sequential process with no overlap, clear structure. It's straightforward. What I'm talking is to a straightforward. Yeah, it is a forwarding task only, right? So easy to manage, making it suitable for projects with well-defined requirements. Limited flexibility, changes are difficult to implement once phase is completed, making it less updatable to new informations or needs. The next model is iterative and incremental model. So what exactly it is, right? Previously it is like a downstairs, right? Here you can see that one road splitting into the three roads, right? So let us think, like let's just assume that I have a requirement. Okay, the what I will give you to the three IT companies. So one is like Infosys, and another one is like you can take Microsoft, and third one is Apple. Apple is not a easy software. Okay, let us take Nokia Solutions, and second one is about like Wipro, and first one is Infosys, right? So I have given task to these things. So whoever come across the good implementations, they will get the prize, right? So likewise, iterative and incremental model goes on. The repeated cycles development occurs in many iterations, allowing for continuous improvement and adjustment based on feedback. Let me check my time, how much it gone. So yeah, let us continue that gradual development, right? So this flexible, it is a flexible things. And what about by spiral model? We have gone across this, right? These are the pictures I have took from the content of research paper only. Excluding from this, there is nothing I have took out of from the research paper. So risk management, iterative refinement, and user feedback. Here, what I mentioned is user feedback, right? So whenever the user is satisfied, we should get to know, right? So there will be the user feedback. Continuous communications with the stakeholders ensures that final product meets user expectations. Then problems associated. When I was talking with first slide, I have said that problems gonna come, right? So there are the much problems associated with each traditional software development model. These are the models, right? Waterfall model, iterative, and spiral, and the V model. So this delayed feedback, there is no working software until late. Like inflexible. Water model is like waterfall model is like inflexible or to change requirements. Yes, iterative model management complexity requires careful coordination, because if you given a company which has been completed so far, and another company which is completed after a 1 month, so you have never updated to that company that we have already got the solutions. That's going to be management complexity, right? So uncertain completion, yeah, not a completions, it is a completion. Project and end date may be unclear. Yes, of course. With the example, what I have said from Infosys, Wipro, and then another one is what Nokia solution, right? So you can get from it. And spiral model, high cost, expensive for small projects, and involves complicated risk assessment because of its spiral characters. Maybe. So V model, inflexible, difficult to make changes during testings. So the name itself say right, V model. We are not model, V model. Likewise, so late usability. So working software isn't ready until later stages. Future, what are the future aspects? Like if you are in a domain like AI technology, then you should be aim for future, right? So this future work on agile methodology means like limited adoptions in government. Agile is not widely used in government and defense projects. Wow, it's awesome. Rising popularity. Surveys indicate a shift from traditional methods to agile, with about 40% of organizations adopting agile methodologies. Positive impact. What are these positive outcomes? Let us say, like, this asset shows significant decrements, like including 5% to 61 cost. Yes, absolutely reductions. And what about the 24% to 58? It's a shorter development times. Resistant in defense sectors and future analysis needed. Yes, further research is required to understand the barriers to agile adoption in government sectors. Yes, what are these like? This will be the problem, I think. The conclusions. When we compare to the traditional methodology and agile methodology, let us think. Requirements were clear at inspection of the projects. When we come across the agile methodology, requirements are not clear at the inception of the project. Then the limited communications, more stress in documentations. Like in agile methodology, there is a more communications allows developing a product over a short period of time, lesser importance on a documentations. At last, time consumers as they develop the complete product at a single cycle. Iterative model allow developing easily in a short span of life. Like I have given an example for Infosys, Wipro, and then okay solutions, right? So you can go with that example for understanding more in detail about the iterative model. Okay. Then what is the conclusion of this study overview? What I have overcome this, what I have studied from this research paper is paper research various agile methodologies, including waterfall, incremental, and spiral V model SDLCs, means software development life cycle, and challenge identified. What is the challenge identified? Whatever the problem associated with agile have been discussed, right? So problem associated with the traditional SDLCs models such as rigidity and inefficiency. Then advantages of this agile. The paper lists the benefits of adopting agile principles and emphasizing improved communications, flexibility, and foster development. Comparison table you can see out on the left side of this corner of your video, left side, not a corner, on the left side only you can see the comparison table, traditional methodology and agile methodology, right? So this comparison between traditional methodologies and agile is provided, illustrating key difference in requirements, clarity, communications, processes, and testing practices, and overall much more things. This is what we have learned from this research paper, and well, we have covered all the things except this volume 3 and issues 3 and March 2015. And it has been covered right now. Let us finish this video of, let's move to the next slide.